Hi, it's Kayla from the Salty Yankee, and I'm going to show you how to work with my printable templates. I'll show you how to use the PDF version for printing on letter-sized paper on a regular inkjet printer and cutting with a blade or scissors. And I'll also show you how to upload it into Cricut Design Space for if you want to use your Cricut machine to cut it instead. So first, let's talk about printing it on a regular inkjet printer. This would be for printing at home and using scissors to hand cut this template. So after you've downloaded the file from my website, you'll need to bring it up in your File Explorer. So right down here, I'm going to go to File Explorer. Now mine is in my taskbar, but yours might be in your Start menu. And you'll want to find your Downloads folder. Mine is here because I have it pinned, but you'll have it somewhere in your navigation. It's always called Downloads. It's going to be full of the things that you've downloaded from your internet browser. So I have mine sorted by date modified, so I have my most recent downloads at the top. And I need to pull the PDF file, so it's this one right here. I'm going to double click that to open it, and it will open in your internet browser. If you have Adobe, it will open in Adobe, but most of the time it's an internet browser. So here's the PDF, and this is already formatted to fit 8.5 by 11 paper. So all you'll need to do from here is click this button right here, the printer, or on your keyboard you can press Control P. This is going to bring up the printing dialog. Now all of these settings that you see right here, I haven't modified any of this. This is the standard for when you open this on Windows. This is what it's going to come up as. So find your printer here, make sure the layout is set to portrait, and you'll want to put the number of copies, but I do recommend doing one page first so that you can check the sizing. Then you'll want to go down to More Settings. So right here, Scale, you'll want to make sure you choose Actual Size. If you choose Fit to Printable Area, it's going to shrink that down into the margins. You want Actual Size because I've already formatted those margins appropriately. Now this is sized correctly and you can hit Print. Once it prints, grab a ruler and check to make sure that this box here is 1 inch. And as long as that box is 1 inch, then these are appropriately sized for whatever project you're making. And that's it. So now let me show you in Cricut Design Space how to upload this so that you can change the sizing or make a different project or just cut more accurately. Let's go to Upload, and we're going to grab the PNG version of this file now. So I'm going to go back into my Downloads, and I'm going to choose the Diary PNG, the PNG version of this file. And when you bring in the PNG, it's just going to be one of them so that you can size it and then duplicate as many as you need to. Now it's going to bring up this dialog for automatic background removal. You won't need that because this already has a transparent background and everything I make does. So you'll just hit Apply and Continue. And then you'll want to choose Flat Graphic. So I'm going to get rid of this dialog here. And I've got my file. Now I'm going to change this to about 4 inches wide just because I remember that being the size. So now that this is in here, you can change this to whatever size you want to do for whatever project you're making. If you're wanting to use your Cricut machine and still have it at the size of the printable template, just go ahead and go back to the blog post for this, and I'll include that sizing information in there for each project. So this one is 4 inches wide, and that is the same size that I used at on the printable. But if I wanted to make it a little bit smaller, I could do that to fit more on one page and save the material. So I'm going to keep it at 3 just to do it a little bit smaller. And now because this was uploaded as a flat graphic, you've already got it set to print then cut here. So this is ready for print then cut. So let's go ahead and duplicate it. Let's say I have to do 8 of them. So I'm gonna, on my keyboard, I'm pressing Control D, or you can press this right here to duplicate. So I'm gonna do that 7 times. Now I have 8 of them. And when I go to make, It will arrange them in my printable area here. And this is ready to send to your Cricut. Now I'm going to show you how to use your Cricut pen to customize this before cutting. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So you can see on the left here it says from the desk of. So I'm going to grab some text and I'm going to type a name. This is my niece's name, Lily. Oops, that's not it. Lily. And what I'm going to want to do is change this to a writing font. Now, if you want something a little bit more decorative or specific, I do have a video on my Patreon that shows you how to take any lettering and change it into a writing font so you can be really specific with what you want. But for right now, to make this quick, I'm just going to grab one from Cricut. So I'm going to go up to the fonts here. And I'm going to choose this filter button and go to writing. I want to make sure I only have writing fonts. And then I'm going to grab any writing fonts. Let's say this one. Now most of the writing fonts are paid for, which is, why I have that video for if you want to make your own. Like for example, this writing font is $5. My Patreon is $5 a month and you get tons of templates and videos instead of just buying one font for $5. So anyway, here is that. So now this is a writing font, and because it's a writing font, it's set to pen. So we can just put this right here and size it the way we want it. I'm going to rotate a little bit like that. Okay, so now the Cricut is going to write that with the pen. What you'll have to do before sending it to the Cricut is you'll want to attach this to this. So select both of them and come down here to attach. So now this is attached, and you can duplicate as many times as you want to make it. And you can see when you go to print, the name is going to be on each one attached to it, and that's ready to cut. And that's everything. Thanks so much for watching. If you do make any of these projects, I would love to see them. So share them on your socials and tag me. I love to share everything that you make. And more of these printable templates are definitely coming, and they will all be free. So if you'd like, you can sign up for my emails, and I also send the free things through to the email list as well. Thanks very much. Bye.